Hey, what's up? I'm Patrick Stump, and this is Billboard.com.
Patrick.
It's Gaga. It's Paparazzi.
I'm gonna give you one. You have to say the artist exactly.
Lady Gaga.
Correct. 2 points.
Now what if I told you my city was the best, and my city was a threat to the rest, but you can't rest inside my city's so cold if you ain't dressed, and what they expect to have the right address, parts of my city certain colors can't step.
Right at this moment, you're like 50 minutes, 60 minutes away from going on stage?
Yeah. I have to get dressed and ready and everything.
You're tuxedo, what's coming?
We'll see. I really...
Pantslessness?
That's a good idea.
It's hot. It's really hot out.
That might fit.
I mean, it might be hot that you'd be pantsless, but it's actually just very, it's very hot here. So,
Yes.
I'm just throwing it out there.
It is also warm, temperature-wise, yes.
Yeah.
Well.
This I'm judging by the cover. Once in a while, it's not a bad idea.
Have your babies! You're gorgeous!
Context is a funny thing because you're a solo artist now, but if you hadn't been in Fall Out Boy, you'd just be this new artist. And
I'm so glad you say that because that's exactly how I feel. Is that it's so funny,
his sound is so different.
Yeah.
It's like maybe this is what Patrick always liked. Like we don't really know.
That is verbatim. I mean.
Did you find yourself looking to producers more to kind of be like, does this sound right?
Well, no, I produced it
You
too.
produced
Yeah,
it?
yeah, and
Show off.
yeah, I'm great. No, but
I see you walking around town with that girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you.
You had a late trip getting in here. You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm good. It's the morning. It's actually the morning. So no, but yeah, it's great. I'm happy to be here.
I met you when you were 11 years old. I just found out.
Yes, yeah, it was at a festival, like I think it was Q101 Festival in Chicago.
Okay.
And I literally walked into you. And I did the thing that you think is a good idea when you're not in a band, and then when you end up in a band, you're like, oh, that's a terrible thing to say to somebody in a band. I was like, oh, hey, Blink-182, what's up, man? And you're like, oh, what'd you think of the show? I was like, oh, it was great. You didn't play M&M's, though. And you're like, yeah. Have a good one. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh man, I hate when people say that. When it's like, oh yeah, the show was good. You didn't play that song I wanted.
Yeah, you didn't play that one song I really liked.
Yeah, the rest of it was okay, but I was really expecting this thing.
Did I punch you at all? Because that's my normal standard with kids.
You did, and
okay, good.
but I was resilient.
Nice.
All right, it's 99.3 KISS FM. It's Miller along with Patrick Stump here at Jingle Ball Backstage right now. Before the show gets started, what normally is going through your mind? Is it butterflies? Is it, oh God, don't forget words?
It's all logistics. It's all I hope stuff's plugged in. That's like honestly what goes through my head. Dutchie is a cooking pot, and coochie is supposed to be like vernacular for some wacky tobacco or something. And they
Are you stoned right now?
No, that was the thing, is that so everyone was like, oh, that song's about weed, and they're like, no, it's about serving food with your family.
My strong advice, just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice, don't think twice.
oh, I totally lost it.
How you doing, guys? Absolutely amazing. So my best friend and I were backstage, and they were putting on makeup for me. Because I was like, yeah, I want to be a zombie. I'll be a zombie. We couldn't find any white powdery stuff, and I like to don't go there. We couldn't find any white powdery stuff to put on my face, and I went in the fridge, and there was baking soda. I didn't know that really hurts your face. My face is on fire right now. Oh no, not all. I'm an idiot. That's all.
A Fall Out Boy show is really built on passion, and passion. I think passion. I think passion is like kind of ends up feeling.
But the hurt doesn't show. Pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me.
my name is Christopher. I'm from North Bergen, New Jersey. And Patrick, I had a question from you. From your new album, I wanted to know what was the hardest instrument that you had to play?
Easily saxophone. I'm not a great woodwind player by any stretch of the imagination. Not to mention that every saxophone has a different key center. That's the craziest thing. What? So you learn one, and then it changed. All the fingerings change. It's crazy. One of the biggest influences on me ever was the Batman soundtrack, with Prince's Batman soundtrack, because I was like 5,
Right.
and that was like, I mean, honestly, I think back on that, and I'm like, no, that's one of the.
Wow.
That has a lot to do with how I got into
That's
music.
so interesting. And all.
I wanna give you sexual rabies. Give me that sweet, sweet monkey vagina.
I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot thinking about these aliens doing it.
So Patrick Stump came in and actually did the vocals for this, and I laugh only because my knowledge of music is so minuscule, it's quite embarrassing. When I heard him actually come in and do the vocals for this, my mind was blown.
So I think down the sides, and you have harmonies and you stack it like crazy, but then you have the one down the middle that's just like that's the one guy in We Are the World going like, oh, you know, like whatever, all that shit. You look so fine. Ooh, I'm gonna do harmonies on that one. Blue Rabbits was kind of easy because I could just sing like me. You know, you'll have days where it's just not coming out, but that day I just kind of sat in, you know, I read it and sang it and it worked. The main attraction is... This is how Babyface does it. So if it's good enough for Babyface, I understand if it's not good enough for you. I've always aspired to be some manner of voice actor, but I've never actually done it. I had to be this weird blue monkey, and that was just Blue Monkey. Blue Monkey just kind of said that, you know? It wasn't really like, you know, when I said the thing about the whole planet's got fuck stench, I was like, that just happened.
This whole planet's got fuck stench. You can smell it on the other side of the sun. However many suns this damn planet has.
Really the whole time I'm waiting for everyone involved in the show to go, no, don't do that. And so far they haven't, so. So I guess I'm doing all right.
There, Cody and Patrick.
Together at last.
Together at last.
Put her in the video without telling me, and so when I saw it,
Do you mind if I video?
Yeah, go for it, go for it. I was really excited because I used to have a tripod cat actually, and it's just one of those things. I think it's important for people to you know, there's a lot of animals out there that need homes or whatever, and especially animals with disabilities, I guess, you know, whatever, and they're wonderful. And she's wonderful. You can tell already. Look at her.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh, the best. So he knew we would get a reaction out of me. So.
But then you ain't considered. I heard you when you told your girl, you can get it. Admit it. You did it. Let's hop a cab and split it. I'm kidding. We both going to where you living. I got you giggling like a piglet.
It was just a blur. The Vegas trips are blurs.
Yeah, but you know what? It wasn't really. I'm not really a traditional Vegas trip kind of guy. I don't really. I don't gamble, and I don't really. I mean, I drink, but I don't like drink. So it's not like I had like the wild night. It's not like I had the hangover night, you know. So yeah. Again, I'll never do that again. But.
I'm in love.